Hi, welcome to the first episode of Tales from the Tidal Thames, and what a better spot to start it off than Teddington. This is actually the last bit of the Thames which is actually affected by the tidal surge. It's not full tidal down here, it's half tidal, because further upriver a few miles down you've got Richmond half lock, and that's what keeps all of these boats and next to the moorings able to stay afloat and stay where they are, so they're not sitting in the mud at low tide. Right, so here we go, let's show you some of the spots. Alright, so first rule of fishing club is at a new venue you go and ask the local fishermen what they've caught and what's going on. I've turned up this guy down here, he's had like a couple of perch. He says like, I can't really do it, but yay big, looks about £1.5, something like that. He said his mates had a zander the other day, and do you know what, that's good enough for me. So you do what you do best, you plot up right next to him. Let me just run you through the bits and pieces we've got with us today. I'm just going to be using this setup here. That is one of the big zander floats I made with a starlight in the top, because it's going to be getting dark soon. Running down to a size 4 hook. No wire trace needed at all for the perch, probably not for the zander, but if a pike takes that you can have a bit of trouble. Right, so that's one of the setups. This is the live bait rig. So there we go, little tiny delicate float, few strung out split shot, nice light 2 or 3 pound line. That should get me my live baits. And then the bucket of death. I think we all know what's going to happen in there really, so no need to explain that. Alright, so let's get a rig out and try and catch some fish. Right, so looking down the edge for a couple of minutes and I've seen quite a few little minnows, and then all of a sudden there's perch into them. So before I try and catch some little tiny minnows, I'll put the little float out with a big old lobber, and I'm just going to let that sit further down the trot while I try and catch some actual live bait to use and see what happens. You never know, hopefully something will grab it. Right, so I've managed to catch a few live baits. Got about half a dozen. They've been a bit more difficult to catch than I actually thought, because they're bloody tiny. They're only about so big. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, and so because of the size of the baits, I've had to change the rig. I've changed from that big old size 4 hook and the 12 pound line straight through to a 5 pound hook length and a smaller size 6, like Amazon style hook. It's a lot lighter in the wire, a lot sharper, smaller gape and everything, so it will suit the size of the bait. The light's almost gone, I've probably got about half hour left. Started drizzling, so I'm going to try and catch a few more little live baits just to keep the stock levels higher, where I can actually see the float on the pole rig. But in the meantime, as well as doing that, I'm going to put a live bait on, chuck it to the bottom of the swim. I've got the night light on the float, so I'll be able to see it easy enough, and that's going to go down there somewhere. And basically as soon as it gets too dark that I can't see the pole float, I'm going to give up on the pole and give the predator fishing my full attention. There we go, it's out there, first little live bait bobbing around. I've just seen something top down there, could have been a bream. I'm hoping it's a big old perch attacking these small fry. Alright, let's get back to try and catch a few more little ones. Right, so I'm over on the other side for a little bit. It's absolutely started pissing down with rain. It's not very nice, I've had no bites. There's a line of boats along here. I've been trotting the little live baits down right next to them, no action. Moved down to the bridge next to a little structure that you can't see. I'm going to give it another 15-20 minutes and then call it a day, but this is what it's all about. It's all about the adventure. If you don't ever go anywhere to try, you're never going to learn. You never know, you might turn up somewhere one day and find the spot of a lifetime. Peace out, London City Angler.